everybody, welcome back to my channel and hello if you're new. So for today's video I have a what's on my iPhone, and I am very excited to show you guys what I have on my iPhone because I actually just redid it. I have some new apps, a new layout, I added some widgets, and it looks really good. My iPhone honestly has never looked better, so I'm really excited to show you guys everything that I have on here. We have some fitness apps, relaxation and meditation apps, some finance, some photo editing, so we cover it all. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe down below if you are new here. Give this video a big thumbs up and let's hop right into it. So before we start the screen share, I'll show you guys kind of what my iPhone looks like. I have the iPhone 11 Pro. And then I also have this really pretty light pink phone case on it. I love these phone cases. This is by the brand Heyday at Target. So this is what my home screen looks like, and this is what I was talking about when I said I kind of redid my home screen. I used to just have like all apps everywhere. I had some folders, but literally just from like top to bottom I had apps. So I actually added this Saturday up here, this picture of Maya, Lola, Devin, and I, and then obviously we have the weather. So I kind of will start with this. This is actually using the app Widgetsmith. I would highly recommend this. You can do a lot of super cool things on it. But basically I have two small widgets. I have the picture of us, and then I obviously have the weather, but you could like add a small widget and you can customize it here, and then you can do a lot of different things. You can obviously have like the sun path, the time, the date, and then once you find a widget that you like, you can actually go in and customize it so that way, you know, it looks really cute. And if you don't like any of the themes that they have, you can go in and like customize the colors as well. I have my socials, finance, photos, health, mind, home, and then YouTube Studio and camera because I use those all the time. So what I actually did is I put a space in between every letter, you know, just to make it look a little bit more aesthetic, I guess, but I really like the way that looks. But going into socials, this is just obviously basically the typical social media. I don't really have anything super exciting or interesting in here. In finance, I have all my emails. I have a Gmail, Yahoo, and then obviously all the credit cards that I have. I have Credit Karma, Digit, which is really good at saving money. If you guys don't have it, I'd highly recommend it. It's just one of those apps that it takes out, you know, $1 or $2 a day depending on how much you have in your bank account. And then before you know it, you have like $100 in there that you didn't even know was gone. Moving on to photos. Now this is probably where I'll spend a majority of the time because I found a lot of cool apps in here and I'm super excited to share them. So obviously I just have my pictures, Lightroom. Now we all know what Lightroom is. Obviously I've known what I was editing a picture here. I've known what Lightroom is for a long time. They obviously have a lot of presets, but I don't even honestly use the presets that often. You can just go in here and really make a picture look 10 times better without making it look like it has a filter. Okay, so this is actually one that I had done previously. I'll show you guys an example. This is how it looked edited, but this is how it looked before. Like, and when it's edited, it doesn't really look like it has a filter or anything on it. It just looks better. Like, no one would have even known that the picture looked so dark before. So basically what I do in Lightroom is I go to light. This is like the tab that I use the most. I turn the exposure way up, and then I turn the contrast down a little bit just to make it look more even. And then the two things that I play around with the most are the whites and the blacks. Okay, sorry, my camera stopped recording, but basically what I was saying is you can turn the whites all the way up and the blacks down. It's gonna make your picture look a lot brighter, but it's obviously gonna make the whites pop a lot more. It's gonna look a lot cleaner. But basically I've been editing all my pictures in Lightroom. I just think it makes them look so good playing around with the whites and the blacks and the exposure. And then you can actually go over here to color, and I do play around with this a little bit too, so I'll kind of turn the temperature down, usually like to like -5, nothing too crazy, but just to take any warmth out of there. I don't really mess around honestly with the saturation. A lot of my pictures after I kind of like play with the, you know, the whites and the blacks, don't really need it. We have Lightroom, obviously we have Visco, Facetune, another one is Pixel Cut. Now Pixel Cut, again, I've been using like crazy. This one's super cool because it'll take the background out of any picture. So if you want to have an object like overlay a picture, or if you make thumbnails, if you do any YouTube videos, you obviously want to sometimes remove the background. So if you just choose a picture, let's see here. Okay, this one's actually so bad, but I was painting a wall and I sent this to my dad. But I'll just slide and remove the background. This will ever load. Oh, and there you have it. Literally, it just removes the background. The edges look so clean. It doesn't have, you know, any graininess. I really like this. I've been using this a ton to add like little overlays in my thumbnails. Canon Connect, obviously, to, you know, send pictures from my camera to my phone. Color tone, I do use one filter in color tone that I absolutely love. So this is, I'll use this picture actually. So if you go to filters, it's this filter, Seychelles and Boracay, I think is how you pronounce them. Really, honestly, all of these filters, I love them so much. So this is no filter. This is my dog Maya. I know she looks so pretty. We're boating. But the Seychelles, it just looks so good. I don't know. It almost has like almost like orange and blue tones in it, but I think it just looks so good. It just makes her, you know, coat look so rich. So if you do use a lot of filters, I would highly recommend Color Tone for that. If you do use Lightroom, I should have mentioned this when I was using Lightroom, but if you do use Lightroom, there's actually this app called Filter, FLTR. I actually saw this through an Instagram ad, and they actually have free presets for Lightroom, which is super cool. So basically, I don't know, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you can like copy the settings and import them into Lightroom, and you can pick from any of these presets. Now, some of them you do have to pay for, but a lot of these are free. But I would highly recommend this if you use Lightroom a lot and you do like presets. Definitely download the app Filter because it can save you a lot of money. We have Picture This. Now, this is actually, if you like plants, this is really cool. I like love plants. This app actually, you can take a picture of any plant and it'll tell you what it is and show you how to take care of it. I honestly just pay attention to the sun and the water, but this is super helpful even if you're like plant shopping and like you don't know what a plant is, or if you're out and you see a plant that you like that you might want to get, just take a picture of it. It'll tell you exactly what it is, and it's super, super handy to have. All right, the next tab, I have just some more editing apps. I have Fonto and Vont, which I don't really honestly use these anymore, but I was using these for text on thumbnails because they're actually really good for like putting like super fun text on pictures or thumbnails. And then we have the Instax Mini Link app. I have one of the printers for the little Polaroids. This is how I have all these Polaroids printed. I did not take all of these on my Polaroid camera. They actually have, you know, like the little printers where if you have the pictures on your phone, you can go print them out. So moving on to health, I have the Healthy Living app. Now, I don't use this a lot, but I do think it's really cool. So this is one of those apps where you can like scan something or look up something, whether it's, you know, food, personal care, sunscreens, cleaners, and it'll tell you actually like if it has really harmful or bad ingredients in it, or if it's safe to use. So it's crazy to see like some shampoos and conditioners have a lot of cancer-causing ingredients in them. Now, I'm not sure if it really knows the percentage of that in there, like if it's like 0.00001%, or if it's like 50%, which I know it's not 50%, but you guys know what I mean. I actually haven't used this in a while, but I do think it's super interesting, so I keep it on my home screen. Definitely recommend checking this out if you're into, you know, knowing that if the products that you're using are clean. We have the fitness app. This is just, you know, obviously connected to my Apple Watch. I have my Apple Watch app. I have my FitTrack Pro app, so I actually have one of the, I'm not gonna open it. Okay, maybe I'll open it. So I have one of the scales that like measures your weight, your BMI, your muscle rate, body water, bone mass, literally every single thing about your body it measures. And I will say, I feel like it is pretty weirdly accurate. So this was from the last time I did this, which was 97 days ago. I need to like, I was doing it like every single week when I was working out, but I need to definitely like stay up to date with this. But it's really cool because not only will it tell you your weight, but if you like hit this drop down, it'll tell you if it's like low, standard, high, very high, your BMI, body fat percentage, muscle rate. I feel like it's just like a really cool app to know just about your health. Once again, like I love to know every single thing, so this is really cool. I haven't used it in a while. I think it's always really good to know just everything about your body. I don't really honestly pay attention to the weight. I don't care about the weight at all, just because obviously if you work out and you gain more muscle, you're going to gain more weight. So I don't use weight as like a correct calculation, which is actually really why I like this, because if you use a scale, the numbers on the scale don't really matter. But this is really cool because it's more than just like a weight scale. It's a scale obviously to know a lot more about your body. And then I have the Playbook app, and I am subscribed to Fit Girl Mel. This is actually Kim Kardashian's trainer, so she has a lot of super cool workouts in here that I've tried at the gym. I think it's cool just because like sometimes when I go to the gym too, I also need a little bit of help. So I like her just because I follow her on Instagram. She's Kim Kardashian's trainer, so that's why I follow her. So moving on to Mind. Now they have this separated from Health just because I feel like Health is more of like my physical, like working out, you know, just my physical body and working out. Mind I have more for like my mental health, so I did keep it separate. But I have Insight Timer, and this is actually a really cool app. This is super new to me, so I'm not going to speak on it too much. But basically it's like a meditation app. I'm pretty sure it's like the app Calm. But they have a lot of super cool guided meditations in here, so you can obviously click on guided meditations, and then what you need to learning to meditate, not medicate. I think that this is really cool. I've been trying to be more, you know, zen. So I have Sleep Cycle. I'm not going to click on it because I actually need to set up my profile still. I was using the app called Pillow. They're literally the exact same thing, except I've heard better reviews about Sleep Cycle. But basically it's just an app to track your sleep. You can see how many hours you actually slept, how many, you know, hours of REM you got, if you're in a light sleep, deep sleep. It just, you know, is a really good way to track your sleep and how many hours you're actually getting, and it just kind of gives you recommendations based on that. So next we have word of the day, and this is something that I wanted to start doing, and I think it has really helped, and I do really enjoy it. So I've been trying to learn more words and actually incorporate them and use them. So I use my word of the day app. And then the last app that we have in this section is called Elevate, and this is once again for your brain health. I have a fear of I guess, you know, my brain deteriorating, rotting my brain, because I do feel like, you know, in college I was definitely a little bit more snappy, and I even noticed it myself, like if you don't use it you lose it, and I think that's 100% accurate. So I have little brain games in here. This one's called Elevate. But then we have YouTube Studio, and if you have a YouTube channel, I highly recommend this app. It just basically gives you all the analytics of your channel. So this is it. This is all I keep on my home screen. But now if you scroll over, I have my app library. This is obviously where I have a lot more apps in here. And I didn't organize these. Your iPhone actually already organizes them for you, so you can go in and search. But I just think it's super nice just to be able to, like I said, to have an app library without all of the apps on your home screen. But basically that's it for my what's on my iPhone. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully there's some new apps or things that you want to try. Like I said, I highly recommend getting Widgetsmith. Like, I just think it makes your screen look so cool. Obviously you don't have to organize it like I have, but it just makes it more fun than your traditional apps. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if there's any apps that you guys recommend, because obviously, you know, getting new apps I feel like is always really fun. So definitely let me know if you have any recommendations in the comments. But I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like and subscribe before you go. We are actually almost at 3,000, which is so exciting because we just hit 2,000. So thank you guys so much once again for your support. I love each and every one of you. But definitely before you go, if you aren't subscribed, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.